Hey guys, how's it going? Another quick update here. Got a couple stuff in the mail that I've ordered, and I thought I'd show you guys. First thing was a couple days ago, I went on Amazon and they were having a lightning deal on Indiana Jones, or Deal of the Day I think it was called. And it was the Blu-ray pack. Normally it was $89.99 or $99.99, and they had it on sale for $39.99. So I picked that up real quick. Although I don't like the last movie, $10 per Indiana Jones movie for a collector's edition, that's not too bad. On the back, this is what the little blue Blu-ray thing, it's just a sticker for the cardboard. It doesn't actually stay on the box. This is what the back looks like. You got a really cool picture of a map, and then it's got a Turkey, Mediterranean Sea, Bulgaria, and Syria, which is pretty cool. And a little sticky thing for the Blu-ray came on it. So, back of this just kind of highlights the whole DVD. Shows you it comes with 5 discs, 1 special features, and then the 4 movies. Has all the ratings for them, and has actually quite a bit of extras in it, 7 hours of special features. And I've never really watched the behind the scenes of the Indiana Jones movies. We have the what do we call them, the 3 disc edition that came out a few years ago. I think it was like 2005ish, and we have that one, and we used to have the VHS. I don't know if we still have those. And I think the VHS edition came with 4 VHSs, one of which was Young Indiana Jones. I forget what episode it was, but I have seen those. This one, I've never seen the behind the scenes though, so this will be pretty cool to watch. I'm going to show you guys the inside real quick, just because it's so cool. So right when you open it, it looks like a book, which is pretty cool. I haven't gotten the Star Wars or Lord of the Rings special editions yet, so I don't know if they look like this inside. But this one, it's pretty much like a book. You open it up, it's got pretty much a movie poster for each movie. You got Raiders of the Lost Ark, and then all the pictures are behind the scenes pictures, which is pretty cool. And then you've got tons of great art, and you can see it's a sleeve, so it comes with a disc. Next up, you got Temple of Doom. Now, I'd have to go back and look at my DVDs, but those might, these pictures on the left side here might be the cover art on the normal DVDs. And you got some pictures from the movies. Next up, you got Last Crusade. This one's probably my favorite movie. I like the comedy that's mixed in with it. Especially, I think my favorite Indiana Jones scene is probably the airplane scene. That, or the end scene from this movie, which should have been the end of the trilogy, where they ride off into the sunset. That's one of my favorite parts, too. And then you've got Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. This one wasn't a bad movie, it's just, for me, it didn't really fit into the genre, or not genre, but the Indiana Jones collection. Too much alien style stuff involved. Normally, I know aliens have been involved in history where they, if you ever watch those History Channel shows, bonus features, I know there a lot of people believe that there were aliens that helped with older civilizations, so I get the idea behind having aliens in it, but compared to like the Joan of Arc, the what else do we have? The I forget what it was. It was like a gemstone in the Temple of Doom. That was my least favorite movie until the 4th one came out. And then the Last Crusade had what was that one? It was oh, I forget it. It's the it had the knights protecting it, or not the knights. The I forget what it is, but they go to the Holy Grail. There we go. Wow, I can't believe I forgot it. It's been a while since I've seen them. But I understand where it came in. It just, for me, it didn't fit in as much as other stuff they could have done. Let me get out the disc real fast for you, just so you can see what they look like. Wow, these are pretty hard to take out. Okay, so this is what the disc is going to look like. no art on the disc like some movies. I don't mind, but I think it definitely makes up for it in the packaging itself. I'd much rather have it on the packaging than on the discs. So yeah, I thought you guys might want to see that real quick. It was a great deal. It's already over, so sorry for not posting it up right away. But hopefully maybe some other people saw it. Next up, I'll show you. Hold on. Got some Star Wars stuff. Sorry, I gotta put the camera down real fast. These cases are really hard to, or these discs are really hard to put back in the case. Might be just because it's new. There we go. And I'm hoping this is my last week of school before a break, so hopefully I'll get to watch these movies soon, and I'll do an update on how the Blu-ray compares to the DVD and if it's worth it. So next up, my mom got me some Christmas gifts. She called them Christmas gifts that she found the other day at Hobby Lobby when she was there. It was Star Wars Christmas ornaments, sort of, or Christmas statues, which are pretty cool. So it's got the 2010 packaging, I believe, for holiday stuff. So these might be from last year, but they're really cool. It's handcrafted sculptures, Christmas ones. Here's a picture of them all. If you notice the Yoda Santa, it looks a lot like the Sideshow Collectibles version. These are, it says Kurt S. Alder Inc. Was the group that made these. And every sculpture is slightly different. They're each handcrafted, so no two are the same. And they're each hand painted, so they're all going to be a little different, which is, I think, pretty cool. And this one actually, I don't think you could read it, but it's in French and English, I believe. So this might not have been a U.S. thing at first. But if you didn't hear me before, this is at Hobby Lobby. These are quite expensive though. This one was $25. The two I got is the C-3PO and the R2-D2. My mom said they did have the Yoda, but he was $35 or $39, which is pretty expensive for the size of him, because he's even smaller than R2-D2. And this R2-D2 is actually pretty big. He's about 4 inches tall or so. And then I do really want the Boba Fett, Jawas, and Darth Vader. And if you can't tell, Darth Vader is making a Death Star snowman, which is pretty cool, I think. So on to the actual statues themselves. These are the two statues. C-3PO is about 6 inches tall, maybe 7 with his stand. And then R2-D2, like I said, probably about 4 or 5 inches. They're both really cool. They're not plastic. They're I think it's a clay mixture. It feels like a what you would make a pottery out of. So I don't know exactly what sorry, I was reading his foot. I'm not exactly sure what the material is, but it feels like clay pottery. And underneath here, the copyright, actually, I was just looking at, you can't see it with the glare, but it actually says copyright 2006. So these might actually be older and than just last year, but I'm not sure on that. I'll have to look it up. So the C-3PO is pretty cool. He's holding a wreath, and he's covered in lights. And I don't know if you can tell with him, but it looks like he's almost a mix between the normal C-3PO and the concept C-3PO. Because his face is very feminine and doesn't look like the normal C-3PO. It might have just been the artist's way of making his face, but I don't know if you can see his face kind of, rather than being flat, it's actually angled outward. And his eyes look a little differently, and so does his nose, than in the movie. I don't mind at all. Definitely gives him a unique look. So I really don't know if it was just the artist himself, or if that's the way they modeled him. It looks like from the picture that's just the way the artist designed it. Then R2-D2 here is wearing a Santa hat. All figures but the Jawa and the Boba Fett wear a Santa hat. And then he's also carrying presents and a stocking, which is pretty cool. And actually, if you look underneath here, he has one of his 3 like control arms here. I guess the top one is supposed to be a tray table, and it comes out, and that's what's holding them down. R2-D2 is really, really well sculpted. Tons of detail on him, as well as C-3PO. But just the color, I don't know, R2-D2 is probably my favorite Star Wars character. Just the blue and the white really pop out on this one. Definitely a cool pickup. I want to get the other ones, hopefully. Maybe they'll put them on sale after Christmas. If not, maybe I can fix them up next year. But I do eventually want all 6, especially, like I said, Jawas and Boba Fett. Those ones are really cool. Okay, this one, my grandparents always send me money for Christmas every year, rather than picking me up a gift, because they don't know what I have and what I don't have and what I want. And so I ended up getting their card in the mail. And I haven't opened their Christmas card, but my mom told me how much they gave me, because last week, I think it was, or the week before, Sideshow Collectibles was doing a free shipping on the majority of their figures, everything that was in stock, except for I think like certain exclusive figures. And with that money, I picked up the Scum and Villainy Tusken Raider, which is a really, really cool one. I was going back and forth about which one to get, and I looked up some reviews, and this one just looked really, really cool. So I decided to pick him up. So that's what the front looks like. Side has another picture of him with his, I forget what that's called, it's like a Vorse spike, is that what it's called? I'd have to look it up. But he does come with 3 weapons. He comes with this weapon, the sniper rifle, and then the 3rd weapon I don't actually remember seeing them use in the movies at all. Let me open up the box real fast. And something that was really weird when I opened up the box, the figure itself was upside down. I've never had that happen before with Sideshow. So I don't know if that was an issue with the assembly line, or if somebody like opened it up to look at it to make sure it was okay, or if it was returned. There's nothing in the box missing. So and the figure looked perfect. So I think they just inspected it. And then got long bio. This bio is let's see, I haven't actually read it yet. So the first bio is actually just kind of telling you about the movie itself, not so much the movie, but the whole area that they live on. Talks about the Hutts and the Empire and Republic. And then the second part actually just has the bio about the Tusken Raiders. And if you'd like, you could pause it and read that if you want. Let me... You can pause that too and read that if you'd like. Okay, now on to the figure itself. It is a very, very cool one. I'm great, really, really happy to add this figure into my collection. This one is definitely one of my favorites now. An amazing detail on this guy. You remove the outer robe, you can see he's got his secondary robe, a ammo belt, and bandoliers. Then what's kind of cool with this guy, because of his drapes, I was able to hide the stand underneath his all his drapes and dresses. And a couple people have complained about one, the they call it the cookie flooring or cookie stand that it comes with. It's just a plastic film that can be, or not plastic film, but plastic cutout that can be picked up off the stand, and it actually underneath it'll say Star Wars. I think it's 1/6 scale Tusken Raider. But I kind of like that. It just adds a little bit of scenery to the figure. And then the other thing they've complained about is the feet, saying that they look kind of odd. To me, they're not too bad. If you keep the robes kind of moving like that, I don't think really anyone's going to look at his feet. The weathering is awesome too. I don't know if you guys can see, but he's got what looks like mud all over the front of the robe, and then he's got a little bit, got a little piece of something. He's got a little bit on this part of the robe too, which it's even harder to see. But he's definitely really cool. I like him a lot. I'm really glad I picked him up. So this will be my third Sideshow figure. And when I ordered him, I did pre-order another one. Pre-ordered the droid. I think it was the Droid Commander. It's the one with the yellow head. And then I'm going to pre-order the Snowtrooper. That's the other one I really want. And then I'll probably be done for a little while with Star Wars ones. I might get one Phase 2 Clone Trooper. But I really like to keep a wide variety. I want to kind of maybe move on to some Marvel or DC ones. So I hope you enjoyed this update. Sorry it took so long, or such a long video, but I hope you enjoyed, and talk to you guys soon. Have a good one.